fight number 2. Introducing first, fighting out of the Dynamic Mortgage Concepts red corner, Dylan King.
Fight number 2, we're dropping down to the 135-pound division. Welcoming Mr. Dylan King into the cage right now. And Cody, I love the 135-pound division. These guys are so fast and so well conditioned, and they're able to employ such precise technique that it's just really a pleasure to watch the technicality of the sport in this weight class.
I agree totally, and a lot of people think because they're smaller they lack that power. Not the case at all.
Checking out the tail of the tape here, Cera's going to be the elder at 29 versus King's 25 years old. Almost even in the height, with King having a 1-inch advantage. Both these guys making their debut, and interesting fight style there. Look, see, do for Mr. Dylan King. I love it. That's great. Sergio Cera, lists boxing, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Nice combination to have, bring into the cage.
Without a doubt.
Get Mr. King into the cage. King of the cage, how about that?
And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the Larry H. Miller Nissan on 104th blue corner, Sergio Cera.
Mr. Cera making that debut walk. We talked about how it is for the debut fighters, and got to be a little easier than what we saw in our last fight with these guys, knowing that their opponents feeling that same butterflies, same jitters, and you know, Mr. Polachia last fight, knowing that his opponent had all that experience, that could be a little something that might weigh on your mind a little bit, but no such advantage for either fighter here. And definite serious look on the face of Mr. Cera.
Yeah, he is pretty intense already.
Focused, we shall say. Tony Basili in his corner, the principal at the 303 Training Center, home of UFC World Champion Rose Namajunas. So you're gonna have somebody in your corner. He and the other gentleman we see there, Mr. LT Smash Nelson, King of Sparta champion. It's a pretty good corner right there.
I would agree. That's a pretty strong entourage to have behind your back.
You know, if you're gonna have somebody shouting out some instructions and some extra sets of eyes on the fight, you're doing pretty good right there.
I'm assuming he'll listen.
And in the other corner, UFC and Bellator veteran Gilbert Jamal Smith, and we also saw him on the Night Fight Series Medieval Armored Combat show maybe about a month ago. He was on that show. So again, another great corner, just speaks well of the camps we have here in Colorado.
Fight fans, our second fight of the evening is brought to you by Supplement Giant of Colorado, the #1 supplement store in Colorado. Visit them for all of your supplement needs. Now, let's meet your 2 fighters. Fighting first, out of the Dynamic Mortgage Concepts red corner. He stands at 5'8", weighing at 135 pounds. Training with Victory MMA from Colorado Springs with a record of 2-0, Dylan King. And his opponent, fighting out of the Larry H. Miller Nissan on 104th blue corner. He stands at 5'8" inches tall, weighing at 135 pounds. Training at 303 Training Center from Chihuahua, Mexico. Making his debut, Sergio Cera. Referee for this fight will be Tim Mills.
So Dylan King announced as a record of 2-0 versus the debut that we saw on our tail of the tape. So King with that experience advantage, and he's wearing the black and blue trunks versus Sergio Cera wearing the white trunks representing 303 Training Center. And I think we can expect a fast start and a fast pace that these guys can keep up all 3 rounds.
Cera swinging. Definitely going after it. King more being patient with some of the leg kicks, waiting to time his shot with those punches.
Checking the leg kick was Cera, and then getting planted. Nice job by King. Frequent flyer miles there for Cera. Oh, and immediately trying to transition to standing back control is King coming out of the 303 training center. Cera's going to have seen this, but my goodness, King looks to be wrapping it up nicely.
Wow.
And there it is. Wow, King takes the back standing, pulls his opponent over, gets the choke set in. Congratulations.
Wow.
Going home with the victory, Mr. King.
Impressive. Impressive, but getting the back standing and converting to a choke that quickly. I said that King was being patient, and I now figure out what maybe he was going for.
Great way to start it off. We talked about how quick, how fast, and how technically precise these 135-pound fighters can be, and my goodness, King put on a display of that right there. And against no slouch of Mr. Cera, who was looking good coming out, just lost the position, and King able to capitalize. Here we go on the replay. Take us through it, Cody.
Well, King really using his strength here and his experience and technicality to get Cera to the ground, wrapping his arms around the body. Trying to just really wear him out here. Looked as if Cera was maybe going to get to a stand-up position, and he does.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Tim Mills has called a stop to this fight at 43 seconds into round number 1. Your winner by submission, Dylan King.
Well, obviously an early contender for submission of the night right there.
I would have to agree, but that was pretty cool. I'm not going to lie to you.
I'm here now with Dylan King, who just got the submission choke in the middle of round 1. How's it feel to get that win?
Good, man. I knew I was going to come in here and have some fun and do what I do. Doesn't matter where it goes, I'm going to look for that finish.
You're obviously preparing for it to go all 3 rounds. Are you surprised that you finished it so quickly?
No, man, I'm an opportunist. I look for the spots and take them when I can. This is my 3rd fight, and all of them have been first-round finishes. So.
Nice. 3rd fight, what can we expect for the 4th one?
Big shot, that's it.
All right, anyone you want to thank tonight?
I want to thank my coaches, Gilbert Smith, David Lauritsen. I want to thank all my teammates. I want to thank my sponsors, and I want to thank my wife. Most importantly, I love you, baby.
Congratulations, great win tonight.
Thanks.